Welcome to the Life Makeovers podcast. My name is Cindy D. Whitmer, and I am the Midlife Makeover Coach, helping you turn your midlife into your best life, one step at a time. Through powerful conversations, my own midlife roller coaster story, and over 3 decades of helping people transform their lives through counseling and coaching, I am on a mission to help you create your own definition of success and happiness. Thank you for being here. Hey, it's Cindy here, and I hope you were able to listen to my interview the other day with Ed Smarsh, who just happens to be the love of my life, my fiance and person I've been with for almost 6 years. I invited him to talk with me about dating after divorce in midlife, because I know there's just so many of you out there doing that or thinking about doing that. And it can be kind of an unsettling, unnerving, but exciting thing to approach in your lives. And so I want to hit some of the highlights that we discussed for you today. And if you want to go deeper, then definitely listen to that episode from the other day. So for sure, when you're thinking about dating, make sure that you've done your healing, right? Because divorce is not easy. So you want to make sure that you've done a lot of healing and that you've really taken a breath, taken some time to get to know yourself again, right? Because a divorce is such a rattling experience, and it's nothing that we plan on. It's nothing we dream of. Probably very few of us think it's ever going to happen to us. And so it can really rattle your world. And you've likely been through a lot of other kinds of changes since the end of your marriage. And so I just want to make sure that you've really had time to gather yourself, get to know yourself now in this new season of your life before you start attempting to really dive into dating and, start partnering with people and so forth. And then where do you begin to date? Well, your guess is as good as anybody's. That potential partner could be somebody in the vegetable aisle at the grocery store. It may be somebody that, works on the other side of the building. It could be somebody online that has just put up a profile like you have. I mean, you never know where the people that you will date will be found, but they could be anywhere. And so you want to, mix it up. I really recommend that you get online, because that it opens up a whole pool of people that you may not know otherwise. As a matter of fact, Ed and I have often said, we don't know if our paths would have ever crossed any other way. And here he is. I am so deeply grateful and in love with this man. I can't imagine my life without him now. And I met him on Match.com. So you want to be open to things that maybe you've never tried before. And online dating, of course, those of us in midlife, we haven't tried that before, because back when we were dating, it was high school, it was college, it was only organically we met people. Yeah, I would be on the lookout if you're ready to date, noticing people, the places that you go, the organizations you're involved with, join clubs, join gyms, whatever, join churches, whatever your thing is, and start to get to know the other people in those circles, in those places. And tell the people that you're close to when you're ready, that you are open to being introduced to someone, because then it's not just your network, it's your network's network. And they will look out for you, people who love you. So they're not going to introduce you to someone that they think would be a terrible, terrible, person for you to get to know or whatever. So I would try lots of different things when you really find yourself wanting to begin the dating experience. So some important things to remember in putting yourself out there, you want to be honest, you want to be real, you want to be yourself. It doesn't mean you have to tell all about your past or, give away all your secrets, in the first few dates or whatever, when you're getting to know people. But just show up as your genuine self. You are more than enough just as you are. You're pretty enough. You're smart enough, you're friendly enough, you're just who you are. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Just be yourself, because when we are ourselves, we are more likely to find the people that we could have the most wonderful experiences with, people that we will be more likely to have things in common with, people that, could be a genuinely good match for us. So use updated photos if you're doing an online profile. Talk about things you really do like and love in life, and don't pretend that you're really athletic if you're not, for example, or just be real, be who you are. And then know what your goals are for dating. Like, why are you getting out there now? Are you lonely and you want to find companionship or friendship? Are you really seeking a spouse? Like, are you looking for that, that next marriage? Or are you just wanting to have some fun and just get your feet wet? Any and all goals are valid. I know people who started dating just to have sex because they wanted to have sex. And so, whatever your reasons are, be clear about your reasons and honest about your reasons. And then you will, again, attract people who have the same goals in mind in the dating experience. And you want to know what you really want, what you need in a relationship, and what your deal breakers are, like what you will not tolerate in a relationship. Like, for example, I'm a cat lady. I want to have cats. I've always had cats for a really long time. And so if a guy was allergic to cats, I knew, okay, I'm not even going to go down the path with this person, because I want to find my person is going to be someone who doesn't mind living with cats, for example. And above all else, keep yourself safe out there. You are in charge of your dating life. No one else is. So keep yourself safe, be smart, drive yourself to places if you want to. Let someone know where you are that loves you and that you trust, so they know who you're out with and where. And give them, text them when you get home or whatever. Just put some safety things in place. Always take money with you. Always be able to pay for yourself to get out of any situation. Anything, always. Carry mace if you want. Whatever you need to do to feel safe. Go to public places only for the first several dates with someone. And then just some other things is, by the time we're in midlife, we all have histories, right? Histories that there's things we're proud of, things we're not proud of. And one of the curiosities that most people have when they're dating after they've been divorced is, what is the relationship history of the people that they're dating? And that's understandable. And of course, you want to have that conversation eventually, but you don't have to do that right away. You don't have to share all your dirty laundry or to hear all their dirty laundry when you're just trying to get to know them as people, because we are not our divorces. We are people with likes and dislikes, with preferences, with hobbies, with, careers or passions in our lives. There's so much more to talk about that is far beyond the conversation of, oh, what happened in your first marriage or your second marriage or, whatever. So you want those conversations. If you're a relationship, if you get into a relationship out there dating and you want to start really exploring, some of your history with your person and understand what they've been through, of course. But date one or on the online profile, whatever, that's not necessarily a necessary sharing right off the bat. And you want to be clear about what your boundaries are around sexual activity, what you're wanting in that area or not wanting, what's important to you, and just hold to whatever is important to you. And if sex is recreational for you and you're looking for that, okay, then you will find someone who also is on that path. But if you feel that that's something for further down the road in a deeper relationship, that's okay too. There's no set way, but just be honest about what you need, about what you want, and what your expectations are in your own life around that subject. So another thing is, if your goal in dating is to get married again, then you want to be really honest about that up front, because some people are not looking for that. Some people know, they're very clear, they do not want that. in their future. And if that's what you want, then you don't want to be wasting your time or theirs if you don't have the same goal in dating. So make sure that you talk about that pretty early on. And above all else, I just want you to feel confident out there. When you feel like you're ready and you want to get out there, then hey, you're a person, and they're all people that they've, most people are just, good people who have found themselves now in the middle of their lives, out of their marriages. They've been through something probably pretty difficult, and they just want to be loved or have fun, and find someone to share their lives with or have a good time with. And so most people aren't going to be scammers or liars or cheaters, and I know that's one of your fears out there. I've talked to a lot of women over the past many, many years, and I know you're worried about getting scammed and lied to and all kinds of things. And those things do happen. I ran into that as well in my dating experience. But again, remember, we're in charge. And just because you might run into that scenario of somebody trying to scam you or who lies to you doesn't say anything about you. That says that they're scammers and liars. That doesn't say, oh, you're stupid, or you're a bad, you're not a good potential partner because you fell for that. Or that isn't, no, that's not a reflection of you. That's a reflection of the person doing the scamming. And most people out there are just good people doing the best they can, trying to navigate this unplanned season in their lives where they're divorced and looking for companionship or love again, or whatever they're looking for. So build your confidence, ladies, build your confidence, feel really good about yourself. Get to the place where you feel so good about yourself that you can navigate dating with confidence and get to know people with confidence and make wise decisions for yourself and have a great time and be really clear about what you want and what you need, and then go for it. So I hope this was helpful, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for listening to the Life Makeovers podcast. Please like, subscribe, and share this podcast with those that you think would also benefit from what we're doing here. And I will talk to you again soon.